Hello guys, what's happening? Okay, today I have a video that somebody requested me before. It's during one of my videos where I was showing on my case. Somebody was asking which are my preferred upgrades. I have 5 which I think are really important. And we are not talking about anything like buffing the parts or anything like that. I'm gonna actually show you stuff that you can acquire and online, and it's very easy to install. Sometimes you need to check if they're compatible with all the possible models, AK models, but I'm gonna skip, for example, things like the pistol grip, which is really a personal item, which, you know, everybody prefers his own pistol grip. I prefer Oaks grips or US palms, for example. I'm not a big fan of the Magpul one, for example, and some of the stuff like a changing handle extension, like this one made by Circle 10 AK. That's another thing, very personal. I don't think it's a fundamental. My help is not really fundamental, but that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and show you my 5 choices. Okay, first of all, we have AR stock adapter for AK. This one is made by Crab Custom. There is also one made by Rifle Dynamics. They're equal as far quality. What I like about them, it's they're really easy to install, and that allows you to use. In this case, I use a mil-spec buffer tube, AR style buffer tube. And with that you can use pretty much any stock that you prefer. I'm using the Mission First, and another one I have a Magpul one. And first of all, you have better comfort, better ergonomic, and the most important thing is that the cheek, it's rise, so it's easy. You can actually co-witness the sides, the rear sides with the front one, which sometimes with some AKs doesn't really work that way. You got a little bit to, you know, find it. The second one is actually which you saw previously in a bunch of my guns, is the Crab Safety. Really easy to engage and disengage, as you can see. This one is an old one, I think one of the earliest one, and I like it. I think it's very comfortable, and it's also cool because it allows you to, I don't know if you can see it, allows you to, there you go. Now the gun is safe too, as you can see, just in case if you were wondering. Allows you to keep the breech of the gun open, so if you are at the range, it's a really cool thing. You know, if you have ceasefire, something like that, the range officer can come over and try to bother you. Just peek inside, you can see the chamber is perfectly clean. And you can insert a new magazine when you're done and just release it, and you're good to go. Like I said, I like it. It's one of my first actually upgrades I ever did on my AKs. Going forward, when you actually removing that, if you're interested, you can actually do this and go ahead and order one of these too, which is a trigger pin retaining plate. Probably you can see very well in the camera, but anyhow. And what allows you to do is replace what is really common, a wire between slashes called shepherd hooks that holds the trigger pins in place. And you know, with the time tend to get a little bit loose. With this retaining plate, actually you can keep your trigger pins in place and prevent them from walk over or walk out. Like I said, I do apologize, my terminology is not specific, but I'm not like a gun expert or anything. Going forward, we have the Peep Sights from Crab Customs. You saw them in most of my guns, and you're gonna see them on the Vapor 12, by the way. To me, it's like space age. Unless you want to start, you know, play with your sights and file it here and there, that's the cheapest and the quickest way to upgrade the rear sight. Sorry, and I like them. I mean, to me, they're really good, and my old eyes appreciate that, and they're thankful. Like I said, what else we got? Next will be probably. Talking about sights, it's the scope mount, red dot mount. I do love Ultimax, as you can see. They're not super cheap, but the cool feature is you can use it on an upgrade gun like this one with a TDI handguard, or you can use a classic wood and just leave it there. It requires a little bit of play, you gotta play a little bit for installing, but not terrible, complicated. They make different models. My rifles, I think I like 3 different ones actually, but I like them, and they hold the, you know, to the red dot, they hold the 0 perfectly fine, and also their co-witness, which is going back what we were saying before, let you co-witness the red dot with the sights, which is important. Some handguards actually on the market will not allow you to do that, so kind of important. And like I said, you can use in conjunction to anything else. Like I said, I always use the TDI lower end. I like it, and they work fine. It's not cheapest product, but you know, work for me. Last but not least is the brake one. Brakes. There's so many brakes on the market. This one is Circle 10 AK, three-hole one. I like it. Really, design-wise and working-wise, it's very good. There's brakes made by Strike Industries, JMac, PWS. I used PWS for a while actually, initially on my guns for a couple of years. Then, you know, more company come on the market. Fuji 6, another good brake. I like to switch them once in a while just for see how they perform, and also based on the caliber, you know. Back in time there were not a lot of choices for the 545, for example. That being said, depending if you cut your barrel, you pin the brake, you know, it's depends also what you're doing. If once you cut the brake, you pretty much cut the barrel, so you can pretty much use a 556 brake on the 545. So that being said, these were my choices. I hope you liked the video. I hope the video wasn't too long. I apologize if my terminology wasn't really the best of having like specs and whatever, but that being said, if you have another if you like what I'm using and you have a feedback about it and you're a fan too, let me know. If you find something else interesting and now you're gonna use it, let me know. Even I appreciate that I'm sharing some knowledge, whatever I know. I'm not like I said, I'm not an expert. I'll thank you for watching. If you like the video, click on the button. And if you want to get more info whenever one of my videos is up, there's a little bell on the right. Thank you. If you want to subscribe, thank you again. If you want to share, I super thank you. So stay safe,